Okay, so hey everyone, this is going to be my formal review of the GTS 3. I mentioned it a little bit in my last video, but I've been putting it off because I really wanted to do a video where I was in the right mindset, I had plenty of sleep, and I did an average of 100 each of these, and some random solve throughout the day to really get my opinion down. If you're strapped on time and you don't want to waste time watching this video, basically it's a really solid cube. If you have the money, definitely get it to try it out, it doesn't hurt, but right now it's not my main because with the MF3 I can do this.
How to save up the CAPE, feeling like ET, flying out of the Eddie for all this sever. Yeah, the niggas don't aim, they just bomb.
Whoa, that's almost guaranteed sub 10. And that's a sub 10 average. And with like 200 solves, I wasn't able to do that with the GTS 3. But it's still a pretty good cube. Tastes change over time, and I can see myself coming back to this cube. So I might repeat myself a few times. It's kind of late, I'm sleepy, but so I did one with ridges and one without, and I'm also going to show you the basic gist of how I did this. So I used a milling bit with a drill press and a piece of wood just to get it nice and flat, and I'll put that video right after this. The volume's a bit low, but after I did that I sanded it, then I polished it, and it's much faster than doing it by with a rasp, because that would take forever. So that's right here. First things first, we're gonna have to mill off these ridges. So with this piece of wood holding this in place, we can get a nice straight mill so that this isn't gonna go too far, because the wood will keep it from going there. And you can see that it's hard to see, but you see how this part, it's flat and this side has ridges, so you can see the ridges. Here it's flat on this side. So I'm just going to repeat that on all the sides. And you can see here that little bump, that's where it cut. So no ridges, ridges. Alright, so next, 800 grit sandpaper. The ridges are all off. Now, that's where I've scratched it. Next step is to polish. Once we polish this up, it'll be just like normal plastic. Right, now it's been polished back up. It is not as shiny as it used to be, but it's still decently shiny, and that'll go back to normal with more use. There we go. Just to see if it would affect anything, and honestly, you don't even feel the ridges after a while. They don't hurt your fingers, and they're actually pretty nice for grip. I kind of like it, but the GTS 3 just had so many of these new features that it feels kind of gimmicky. Not that that wasn't shade thrown at the GTS 3. It's a solid cube, but for me it's too fast and the feel just isn't right. For me, GTS 1 and GTS 2 were classic cubes. Those were solid cubes that were always really, really good. The GTS 3, it could achieve that status, but as of now, I'm just so solid with this MF3 RS2M that my intern made me. Has a little engraved logo, gamma treatment. This cube is just consistent and solid for me. Whereas with this cube, sometimes with the feeling, I still haven't gotten used to it, and I can't get the results that I can get with this. So, get it, but it's not a big game changer, is what I would say. So yeah, let's talk about the features. So, if you've seen other videos, you know what's up. If you've seen this at competitions, I'm just going to go over it really quick. So, now it has ridges, less friction on the inside. There's primary internals, so the feet, they're primary plastic now. There's a MOU tensioning system that's like quick tensioning, but it's still inherently unequal because of the screws. Now MOU has had like a pretty smart way, like their screws mark a certain tension when it goes to a certain point. I don't think I have any with me right now. Actually, yeah, I do. No, this might be a Volk screw, but you see how like the threading only goes to a certain point? That means they can screw it into the point where the threading stops, and that's how they make consistent tensions. I've noticed some inconsistent tensions, but in theory, most cubes within like 2 standard deviations should have decent tensions when you get them. And personally, I prefer screw and spring anyways over the MOU system. The next thing I mentioned in the last video again is the speed of the slices. They're really fast. The faces are also really fast, and there's a variety of ways to slow it down, but with the MF3 RS it's perfect for me every time. So that's another reason I'm not switching over. Not to say that's not a bad cube. Again, this is a pretty good cube. If I sound different, guys, it's because I'm pretty sleepy. What else about this cube? The magnets are on point. I like strong magnets, so every cube manufacturer except Chi-Yi right now, I really like the puzzle. I find the magnets on the Power M a bit light, and I don't like the Power M currently anyways. But tastes, they always change. People fluctuate between cubes unless they're sponsored. Sometimes I like one cube, sometimes I like the other one. Stuff like that. It's still a very solid puzzle. But there's just a lot of options out there now, more than ever. What else can I say about this cube? I think the colors are different. Yeah, the blue is a deeper blue and the red is a darker red. They switched to like normal red. I think all the other colors are the same. Oh no, yellow is more vibrant. So, I should have an older cube. Let's see. So, yeah, there we go. So the red is like the old red from the OG Yeishaos, and if you have like an OG Meiying, that's like the old MOU red, and it's really pretty. I love that red. The blue, I think it's similar. I don't have one. Well, I do have one, but it's pretty far over there in my collection. I don't feel like going through. But the new colors are wonderful. MOU A+, great colors. What else? I'm not sure if I mentioned this, so I have one with ridges, one without, and I did an average of 100 on each, and the times weren't even that different. I got better results with ridges, and I got like low 11 averages, 10 averages of 5, but that still doesn't beat like the sub 10 average of 5 and the 10 average that I got with the MF3 RS 2M. But yeah, end verdict, I'd say it's a really good cube. Try it out and form your own opinion about it, because really all of this is about like what we like in our cubes. Like recently I stopped listening to all these things, stopped paying attention to like all these things I should be doing with cubing, and like I just developed confidence in my own turns, and I think that's the biggest reason I like have been dropping my times. It's because instead of like during F2L I would second guess myself and I would like go ahead with, and I didn't have confidence, so I'd always pause. But like just having confidence in your moves, saying I'm gonna make this move, it's gonna be like this and I'm not gonna worry about it, that really dropped my time and my look ahead. I don't pause as much because I'm a lot more confident in my moves. And I think that's something everyone should learn. Just stop doubting yourself so much and just do things. It's like it's hard to describe, but if you just stop overthinking it, suddenly you'll get better at it. And now practice is a lot more fun. Like, I'll still do focus practice, but if I just spam solves and have fun with it, suddenly it becomes something great. That was a bit of a tangent, but I think people should develop their own opinions. I say definitely if you have the money, get one. So that's that. Right now I'm preparing for finals. Nationals is next week. After that it's a week in New York. So it's pretty busy, but it's going to be fun. I shipped the first batch of Compound X and Compound V to Cubicle main office. We'll see what they do with that. It should arrive this week. What else is new? I'll be giving a seminar at Nationals again this year. I don't know how many more years I'm going to do this. Probably next year might be the last, because I'm running out of ideas. But we'll see. The seminar for next year is going to be really cool, if I can do it. This year's a little lackluster, and you'll see why if you're there. So that's pretty much it for updates. So yeah, I guess I'll see y'all in the next video.